Hi everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video, I will talk about my style of investing that has been evolved from past maybe 3-4 years. So I thought I will discuss that and currently how am I looking the markets. As many of you know, my stock market journey started back in 2020 during the COVID time, June, and just like anyone, I did a lot of trial and errors. Then eventually, made to a point where I know what I am doing. So basically, what I learned is that stock market, my style of investing, I'm talking about, right? I mean, there are a lot of different varieties of investing style, but the one that suits me the best is long-term value investing. What Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, uh, you know, followed. So why it suited me is because for me it's very hard to find stocks that are uh, hot topics or that are going through good momentum. I don't know when to entry, when to exit, and I get very much uh, I get anxiety when the stock goes up and or even otherwise if the stock goes down. I feel like I am no I'm not aware or I don't know what I'm doing. But when it comes to long-term value investing approach that I am following, it's very clear for me that I am investing for long term, number one. Number two, I have to study the fundamentals of the company. And once, and I have to learn the history, like, past 20-25 years, if the company is that long, that old, and how well the sector of that company, meaning how that sector is going to perform in the future, right? So I like that research, I like that study time, understand thoroughly about the company and invest for the long term. And that too, value picks, meaning I don't buy stocks that are, valued very high. So I basically the proper value investing approach that Warren Buffett follows, which is, I look for margin of safety. The companies that I like are more or less stable, good cash flows, companies with good business model, good dividend history. I like dividends as well because that gives me good cash flow. I can reinvest into the business. Those are the companies I like the most. Good cash flow, good management, good fundamentals, good future. Of course, good dividend as well, right? But it's very hard to find such companies. Most of the Indian companies are valued pretty high. I look for companies that where the PE ratio is, in the range of 20 with all the points that I have mentioned, right? But it's very hard. Any company with good management, good cash flow, good future potential, those companies are always trading above 50. Even in this current market fall, most of the companies are trading well above 50, right? So I have to tweak few things. Maybe I have to compromise on, the future returns or the future growth. But if the companies are stable and performing stable, providing good cash flow, providing good dividend, I am okay with that. I mean, I am looking for a dividend adjusted return of 12%, which is fine for me. And I know that as and when the company grows, the dividend income also grows. So today, if the dividend yield is 5%, maybe after 5 or 10 years, that will be 10%. And in addition to that, if the stock is performing maybe 5% CAGR, I'm okay with that because 10% dividend yield plus 5% stock appreciation gives me 15% return, annual return, which is quite fine for me, right? So I completely look in terms of 10-year mark, not immediate returns. That's the reason I I can sleep peacefully thinking that nothing major will happen if something goes wrong in the geopolitics or world economy. So those are the thinking that I follow. That's why I said like this is my approach of investing. And the stocks that I have, I think many of you know. I don't know how many of you are aware. I have, I think, uh, 5 stocks in my portfolio. Three are very stable, I would say, and two are SME stocks. Again, when I buy SME stocks in over there also, of course, there I can't say good cash flow, good dividend and all, right? But there, what I'm looking is the potential of the company, because the companies are small, it can grow well into the future. And so I mix both stable companies plus the SME stocks. That's how I am approaching my investing. And so basically that's what I said. 3 stable companies and 2 SME stocks are there in my top portfolio. I'm quite concentrated in that sense. So I think not three. There are 4 stable companies and 2 SME stocks. The companies are ITC, VST Industries, Castrol, and Gulf Oil Lubricants in the stable section. And 2 SME stocks are, one is Hushdeep Hortico and one is AIK Pipes. And talking about my current portfolio performance, I think 2 months back I informed that my portfolio is down 30%, right? And it came back up at the beginning of last month to minus 15%. But again, currently, during the recent market fall, it fell to minus 30%. Am I afraid of this fall? I'm not, because like I said, I am investing for long term. And to be honest, currently, so first of all, the stock names that I have mentioned are not at all recommendations, right? I am owning these stocks due to, so I'm like, few reasons that I am convinced myself, and the approach that I follow, right? So it may not be suitable for you, and I am not a SEBI registered advisor or not a research analyst or anything. I'm just a common investor, right? I'm just sharing few things, how I approach my investing journey. That's all. And talking about the performance and the fear factor, I'm not afraid at all, because uh, I don't know. I mean, maybe I know ITC had fallen quite a lot. I'm adding continuously, just like other stocks. I'm not adding anything to the 2 SME stocks that I mentioned, because I have already added quite a significant amount. But my plan is to add more onto these stable stocks, so that after few years, maybe 5-10 years, I will have a good dividend income from those stocks and decent stock appreciation as well. And I'm not adding when the PE ratios are high. This is extremely important, because if you take historically, if you invest into Castrol when its historic PE is high, you will be ended up with zero returns in the last 10 years. You can go through the chart with each stock that I mentioned. I just took Castrol as an example, but if you had invested in when the when the stock was in the average PE section, uh, you would have performed decent. Not extraordinarily, but decently. So I am my investing approach is, I always think, look for the PE ratio, and I check the 5-year, 10-year, and all-time PE average. If that average, all these averages are less than the median only, I mean, the current PE is less than all the median average, 5-year, 10-year, and all-time high, all-time averages, only then I invest, right? So that is my margin of safety. So that's how I look my margin of safety. Of course, I look for the fundamentals. Is there any issue with the stock due to which the stock is trading much below the median PE? So if there are any issues, of course, I will think about it. But otherwise, most of the time, what happens is, see what happened with ITC or other stocks. It's a direct reflection of overall market sentiment, right? Right now the market is extremely bearish. Market is in no mood for any sort of rally, and FIAs are selling like anything. That's the reason these stocks are trading much below the median PE ratio, right? And it's a very good entry opportunity for many of us, and hope you all of you are utilizing that opportunity. But yeah, that's how I look at my investing approach, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, there will be issues. There will be errors. All those things can happen, but uh, I am looking forward through this investment. I am not, unless I have some extraordinary income, or I mean extraordinary corpus with me, I am not planning to add any additional stock. So the 6 names that I have mentioned, I will mostly stick to this, and I will add to the existing stocks rather than adding one more and make the portfolio as 7 stock portfolio. No, I am mostly sticking to these 6 stocks for the foreseeable future. If you have any questions around investing, do reach out to me. I am more than happy to discuss, especially at this point of time where I am pretty sure that many of you are in doubt, or many of you have cash but thinking where to invest. Maybe we can have some discussion. Maybe I will give you my perspective on primarily from a stock market perspective, uh, and you can take that decision. But yeah, it will be a good conversation is what I feel. And if you have any questions, do comment below. More than happy to clear that. So yeah, that's about today's video. I'll come up with another one shortly. Till then, take care.